Okay, we'll do this as quickly as possible. My name is Happy L. Segment. Welcome to my channel, Universal Soul, SOUL Thinking, understanding and getting in tune with the biological field, which is known as the body. Also getting in tune with our own biological clock, which is the original circadian rhythm, which is actually a cycle of like 24 hours. We are basically under this clock of the body, which is known really an internal clock. And so the internal clock has to be actually maintained properly. And this is where the dramatic change of a lot of people uh, right now, dieting coming into play. Why people change their diet quickly as they are, because of circadian rhythm and the time frame that we all should actually be going by. So, by definition, circadian rhythm is rhythm that repeats about every 24 hours. The circadian rhythms, also called the biological clock or the body clock of the humans and other animals, regulate many bodily functions, including feeding, sleeping, body temperature, and hormone production. So basically, overall, that means that each functioning of our body inwardly um, has a cycle to keep, a time to keep, and it produces till its full effect at the time given. So I know you all probably can't see my clock as clearly as possible. I take a lot of screenshots myself, so I advise you to do that and kind of enlarge it a little bit. I want to thank, just want to thank the universe as well as my ancestors, my higher self being, and the structure of being, source itself, for y'all, getting in tune with the understanding of myself inwardly, and can know that regardless of all the information out here, you have to be your own savior, and you have to put in the work yourself to want to actually understand as a whole the universe within you, the star seed that you truly are, and understanding of your own energy is how you are supposed to be actually surviving here on this earth. So, bear with me with the wind, probably traffic. It's beautiful outside. I'm a sweater, so I'm just going to go hop right into the video so we can get this information out there. Um, so, as I point to things, I'm going to speak them in detail and tell you exactly the times as well as the meaning of these four brackets, which is broken down. So we have a clock, as you can see, and we have 12 numbers on the clock, starting from noon all the way down to back to noon. So this is actually in military time. So those who are familiar with it, you understand, or you can look up the information yourself. But I will let you know the time yourself when I do say the time. So uh, just bear with me. Right now, I just want to welcome the ancestors along this journey, my highest self for being all of this self, source, self. Um, the four element of sex, I swear, all the brought in my encoding to actually raise and help raise vibrations of the human beings on earth. Thank you for this opportunity. I shall. So let's get started. Now, we biological clock go by. Everybody actually have a clock period on days they go by. Which, for example, would be a school clocks of children's school from a set time. Work hours is normally better. They do as far as being once events, a couple hours. So time in this 3DS is very relevant. It's very noticeable that everyone around the world goes by a clock itself. It has the 12 numbers around it, and it's actually divided in four when it comes to the biological clock. So we're going to get right into it because at 15:30, hold on, let me get my map. I'm still learning. Sound task and make sure the information is correct. Not too abrupt and so where everyone understands exactly what's being said. So at 15:30, which is 3:30 p.m. Um, this is the time for you to do something to help your coordinate. I'm sorry, I apologize. 14:30, which is 2:30 p.m. Again, I apologize. Best coordination, and I have a color code, which is crazy. I just did that. But best coordination is something you do to help your coordination of being is best done at 2:30 p.m. And that's basically probably some Tai Chi, some things I'm getting into, some yoga, uh, understanding muscles, um, breathing techniques, uh, physical exercise, of course, with the nation. So that would be actually the best time, which is 4:30. Now, your fastest reaction time to things, whether it be mentally, physically, spiritually, would be at 15:30. At 15:30 again is 3:30 p.m. So, like I said, this chart itself is a random information that I have received through my downloads as well as my own intuition, my downloads as well as the information Dr. Sebi, watch degree, and Dr. Dear Blair, when it comes to like East West of Eastern knowledge of understanding, uh, even Chinese clock very important. And all that Eastern knowledge has a huge jump when the spiritual run in the race. So like, just know that Western mythology has really corrupted the minds of the spiritual round of self, and it has really taken over the minds of patriotic attitude. And so dominant aspect of being has always been in control. And not knowing that the feminine aspect in the matriarch is really the source of things. So anyway, back to that, the first react time will be 15:30. The coordination time will be 14:30. Grimes vascular efficiency in muscle work will be at 7 o'clock. And 17 o'clock is, I'm sorry, 17 is things to do muscle tension, things of nature. It's best time for it. Now, 18:30, which we saying, this is something you can do to help your blood pressure intact. Our piece is very important. 18:30 is again 6:30 is the time for you to get your high blood pressure or your blood pressure itself maintained, because this is where we actually at its heights at 6. So that means that you can do more things that are more radio blood pressure, and all the time this is very important because that's when it's actually going to be its highest. And try to overindulge things already that's not good for your blood. So moving on, continue to go down. Highest body temperature would be at 19. 19 is 7 p.m. So the highest body temperature is actually 900, which is p.m. So you want to be able to cool your body down. Right now, it's time where you actually can do such a measure. Do it in one time. Not cheating. And now it is to 21st. They're putting 9 ounces of water, and it's 120, 140, and 123 for man in ounces. So water is extremely important to the body, because everybody know, if you don't know by now, that the body is made up of water. So it's very good to continue the intake of water, because you live not just lots longer, but it helps sustain a lot of organs and cells in our blood, and actually a high vibration here while we're here on Earth. So it's the best thing to actually quench your thirst, people. So let's move right along, because this is a lot going on with this, and I want to get through it without any extra. So melatonin secretion starts at 2100 hours. I repeat, melatonin secretion starts at 2100 hours. 2100 hours is at 9 o'clock p.m. All right? 2100 hours is at 9 o'clock p.m. And this is when the melatonin that's within your body, which is the melanin, carbonated beans, very important. The melanin secretion starts at this time. So mental meditation, actually visualizing that you are getting more melanin secretion happening within your cerebrum. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but to continue to try to awaken the third eye in the common world sense, and the original is the spiritual eye that we all have forgotten about. So this would be the time to try to enhance that. Very important. 22:30 is when the bowel movements are suppressed. You can actually visualize actually exactly what that means. 22:30 is 10:30 p.m. Most time people are sleeping at that time. We're going to get into the time schedules of actually consuming these different foods and what it can really do after certain times. But 22:30 is when the bowel movements are suppressed. So moving on over, we're going to go right here. Your deepest sleep happens at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock a.m. is when you're in your deepest sleep. If you actually even wake up at 2 o'clock or 2:30 or in between 2:30 and 4 o'clock, that is the time for you to do a little meditation when it comes to improving your intuition and receiving the messages and downloads that currently are flooding this earth with the energy that's happening right now. So this is the deepest sleep time, 2 o'clock a.m. And you can actually take advantage of that if you are waking up at this time, and meditate a little bit, 5-10 minutes, not gonna hurt you. Meditation has been one of my hardest actually avenues to take on this journey, although I am grateful that I do understand the meanings behind it, the meaning behind meditation. So let's move on up. The lowest body temperature is at 4:30 a.m. And that's just when your body is at the lowest temperature. So you will want to do things to try to keep, everything is about balance. So during the lowest body temperature, you want to be able to do something to balance your low and your high and keep it in the middle, and not overdo whatever it is that you do at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, because it's wear and tear already. And knowing now that, in example, the clubs, you know, Our body needs the proper amount of sleep. It needs the proper amount of nutrition, the pH balance, dehydrates, alkaline, a lot of green, just cell food. We need things to feed the cell, which is really feeding the soul. So that's happening at this time while people in the club. You really kind of overdoing your body. I'm just using that example. No offense to anyone out there shaking their behind. That's what's up. So and the sharpest time your rise in your blood pressure is at 6:45 a.m. So be aware of what you're eating at that time, 6:45 a.m. when it comes to your blood pressure, because you actually can be adding to it already when it's at its sharpest rise to actually get over the limit. Like I said, everything's about balance. So melatonin secretion stops at 7:30 a.m. Now check this out though. See, all the way over here, it started 2100 hours, and it continues to go all the way over here, making pit stops, you know, but it actually stops at 7:30 a.m. So you have a lot of work to do within this arc of time, even in a dream world sense, to basically boost your melanin and to baby increase your intuition, increase your spiritual awakening, increase, you know, the knowing thyself, as above, so below. So we're gonna move on to the next time. Your bowel movements is like to occur within really 6:30 a.m. I have learned that as well, in 8:30 a.m. And that's when everything that you have consumed the day before. This is the time that it really should actually the waste should be done. Did y'all know that the majority of the manure or the bowel movements we have um, is really parasites that's giving off that bowel movement. And I want you to just think about that. It's that many parasites that are allowed to feed off the inside of our body and actually give host and stay and continue to wreak havoc throughout our organs and self-being. So that's wild, man. And so anyway, the highest testosterone secretion time is at 9 o'clock a.m. That has a lot to do too with the sex drive early in the morning, male or female, in a sense. So it's going down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wake up with the attitude of wanting to make love or wanting to have sex or wanting to get, I guess, intimate with one another. And this is why. Because at that time, if you ever wondering why so many people are, getting it in on what they call Hump Day Wednesday. So, and these are really, and the high alertness, at your highest peak of alertness is at 10 o'clock a.m. That's the highest peak of alertness when you are concentrating or even, preparing yourself for a test. Best time to study would be at 10 a.m. We have so many distractions, bills, jobs, after school activities, things to, stop our process of being and the process of knowing. And, these tools that we're using, like this clock, really can show us in detail how to, maintain that. So I'm going to continue with that on that note, because we're going to go to the next, because this is the laws of eating. So over here we have from 5 o'clock to 12 o'clock noon, you should be consuming fruits, herbs, and water to help the body flush and cleanse out waste. From 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m., veggies at noon to replenish the cells, feed the body, minerals, chlorophyll, melanin, and carbon. Um, Coffee is straight carbon, y'all. Straight carbon. They say it's not good for us, but it really is. It's just how you prepare it. And from 3 o'clock to 8 p.m. in the evening is more solid foods can be eaten. But You should not eat after 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is really not a good time because the food actually do not digest within your system overnight properly to actually be released the next day. The waste will not be released at the proper time of the bowel movement. So again, these are some times that we can get familiar with. These are some ideas we can start putting ourselves within our own individual bubble and start, poking at the little things that we have forgotten in a sense and continue to spark one another's soul with the information so we can continue to grow as a whole and get back into the one vibrational spiritual awakening of being. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's a lot of information out here. It's a lot of great people out here giving this information. And I just want to be a part of the right side of her story and continue to show that our glory is within our own hands and we can start acknowledging our Lord and higher selves so we can balance ourselves within. So, continuing on, this is a more so of a traditional K diet. It has a lot to do with the alkaline aspect of veganism, vegetarian um, things to actually get you started. They prefer that with fiber, you is 8 times higher than any uh, rare processed food diet. Sodium. Okay, I'm gonna have to get up because I can't see that. Okay, hold on. Sodium is 1/6 of the processed food diet. Calcium is 7 times higher than the processed food diet. Phosphorus, 5 to 8 times higher than the processed food diet. Vitamins, higher levels of water and fat soluble vitamins. Sunlight, 80% more sunlight stimulation for the pineal organ, the so-called gland in a sense, which is the spiritual eye, which is the first eye of awakening, the spiritual self. So water, 90% water intake. Veggies and fruit, 85% higher and organic. Meat, 15% organic animal flesh, includes insects, was eaten during cultural and health, uh, for cultural and health decline, as well as breast milk, cow's milk, and indigestibly causes colds, allergies, diseases, and mood swings. This right here is just a little color chart to make sure you eat food with color because colors are very important. What you put in your body with the colors matches the seven chakra system. And like I said, we have 12, but a lot of those don't be talked about. The seven main one are normally talked about. The seven Uranuses are our bodies. So the first one would be the color orange. Red. And you can eat red food, strawberries. That's more so getting grounded. That's the the root chakra, ground chakra. And you can eat fruits, dragon fruit, different types of fruit that's red, foods that's red, that's not acidic. Anything that is an alkaline aspect, cherries, something that brings some sustenance from earth and can actually be nutritional for the body. And the next one is orange, which is sacral in the solar plexus. This is the sacral chakra, and it's orange, so you can imagine eating orange foods and orange drinks and things of that nature for that. Sacral chakra, yellow foods, banana, burro bananas, they say, if you're trying to stay more healthier on that level. Green, the heart chakra, which is actually green food, which is the cell of the soul, baby. So you're eating a lot of vegetables, fresh vegetables, I might add, really raises your vibrations of awareness of being. Uh, Blue is the throat chakra, and you can eat blueberries, things that's blue, blue cauliflower, things that's like nutritional for the body with that color and raise the vibrations of that chakra. And this is like an indigo, bluish, and this is your crown chakra. Your third eye chakra, first spiritual eye. You eat things of that nature, you can actually enhance that vibration on that level, as well as the crown chakra being like a purplish color, purple cabbage. They got so many cabbages, I didn't know that neither. And so, things eating alkaline juices that are pure in its water sense, spring water, distilled water, alkaline water. I advise people to learn how to filter water with what they're doing out here to be water. So eating these color foods and veggies and fruits, drinks can help stimulate the chakras in your body. Natural vegetational cell food is the remedy to uh, a healthier person of being, a healthier soulful being. So from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., the food is ready to digest. It's ready to digest food. From 4 p.m. to 11 p.m., it digests what you ate. And from 11 p.m. to 7 p.m., gets rid of the waste and send whatever healthy to the bloodstream and discard of everything else that is of a waste. Fruits stimulate the body, and veggies stabilize the cells, and fruits stimulate the cells. So this is very important. Understanding why we don't eat meat is extremely important. We are carnivore beings, and we are trying to actually get out of that mind state of being. So I want to appreciate those who are reaching out to me, asking questions. Our pH balance is very important, and which is the potential hydrogen of the body. And let me tell you what the potential hydrogen is before I let you go. It is hydrogen, water. It is the number one conductor of electricity. Our bodies are 85% hydrogen, which is water, and alkaline foods electrify our bodies, raising our spiritual frequencies. That's one of the reasons to stop eating meat. It's processed, acidic, it's not right, and not trying to actually convert anyone, just trying to show that it's a better way of healing thyself and learning how to heal thyself through the natural amenities that have been given to us. So thanks for listening. My name is Happy El Sekhmet. Until again, peace, love, and energy to everyone.